Hello, this is Sarah Marisha White, and this is my new podcast, Our Bodies Will Be Dirt. Tune in to the mind of an artist, land steward, healing practitioner, and warrior for liberation as we talk about life, death, and the liberation of our bodies in between. Make a cup of tea, maybe make a little comfy space for yourself and come tap in with me. Hey, what's good? How's your heart? It's been a really wild, what do we call this? Just a wild time. I'm sure for all of us. I don't even need to go into all the specific reasons that it's felt wild to me, but I will say that I'm definitely in a really deep space of transformation. It's very uncomfortable. Even just listening to that intro, I thought, who was I last week? How did I feel so sure? And that seems to be kind of a mirror and parallel to many places that I personally am finding in my life, but also that I'm hearing back from others. As you spend time being vulnerable about what you're going through, other people kind of can step towards you, which I think is really beautiful. You may hear noises from outside. I have a sound machine that has birds in the background, kind of how I create a little portal at my house to feel comfy. I have kittens running around. So all those sounds may show up. I wanted to share a little bit around surrendering. That word is it's just annoying to me right now. I'm tired of being told to surrender more, but it seems like the medicine in surrender is medicine you can't find it any other way. As I just packed up my studio from the last 3 years, the place that I practice my hands-on body work and where I create art, just like a really special spot, hosted meditations there and sensuality circles there and massage workshops. Just accepting that at this moment, that dream, that idea either has played out its timeline or it's asking me to really lean into being really realistic about what I have mentally and spiritually leveled up to be able to hold. And that's felt really kind of shitty, sticky, and liberating. I'm so grateful that that chapter is done. I got to the point where I didn't even really want to be in the building. And to me, that's like a sign I didn't want to listen to for a while, but it got loud enough that I surrendered, I moved on. I'm thinking about this passage from Khalil Gibran. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Your pain is the breaking of a shell that encloses your understanding. That again points to pain being part of the medicine. And my natural instinct when I'm feeling uncomfortable, I didn't even realize how much I had made this a practice, pattern, habit, even addiction, to find ways to numb out, to kind of wind down to sleep. I think there's daytime people and there's nighttime people. I am a nighttime person. Nighttime is where my demons come up, where my everything that I've like taken in energetically throughout the day. When I'm doing my practice with my hands, everything that I've held in my hands, it all kind of like percolates and peaks at night. And yeah, I just feel like, without judgment, for any of the ways that we as people have to cope to deal with this insanity we called life, for me it was like a really nice, sometimes even really expensive glass of wine, or 2 glasses of wine, or as many glasses of wine, just like using that as a part of my ritual. I love the way it tastes. I love that it's like warm and soft on your palate, or it can be dry and exciting. This is my ode to wine because I put wine down. It's been almost a couple of weeks now that I haven't used any alcohol to help to dull my senses, and I thought it would be pretty close to impossible with it being the holiday. It's like everything gets dug up during the times where you come back to your, for some people, your birth family, but for others, just people that are really, who know you. And I feel like whatever medicine is coming for me right now, I'm choosing to be present and here. It feels really vulnerable. I'm noticing a bunch of fear and insecurity coming up, but I also feel really just proud, like anything's possible. And another opportunity I had to surrender was realizing that I needed help moving. I'm on the 4th floor and I don't have a cart, so I was just taking trips up and down 4 flights of stairs, and I had a studio that's 900 square feet full of 3 years worth of things. And a couple of people that know me and love me just really directly asked me if they could support me in a way that really resonated for me. And it felt again like another dose of medicine. Say yes, say yes, say yes. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. I could have, but it would have been a lot more painful. And this time I just got to show more of my heart, my human need, my sensitivities, and just like my raw nature. All of us as humans, raw nature. We need each other. And it seems really easy when there's so much binary contrast, power play, a less elegant dance of this version of humanity that we're experiencing right now, to want to puff up your chest and show that you're okay. And I'm not really trying to lie. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing next. I'm really in a space of learning how to be receptive. That means being open to things not being the way that I maybe thought they would be, the way that I decided things would manifest. And being more curious about what could be coming towards me, what could be magnetizing towards me that is beyond my wildest dreams, that is more aligned and in sync with what I'm here to do. And so to take the focus off me, I ask you, where can you be a little more open around, what may be coming through, what may be showing up for you that you can't see because you're looking so hard for things to look the way that you've perceived that they should look. I was listening to Be Magnetic, this podcast where they use hypnosis in a way to go into your child self and switch patterning. And they were kind of speaking on how a lot of people in their community have these really big manifestations that they're calling in, but they're not coming, and they're missing all the other things that have showed up that are creating a foundation to be able to hold that bigger thing. And it really made me step back and think, our minds, we don't even use our full mind, but our minds are really just replaying things from the past and fears from the future and things that we've been told by our phones, the algorithms. That voice inside can get so loud where the intuitive voice oftentimes can be a whisper. And so part of me accepting support and part of me sitting here in this discomfort of not knowing where I'm going next, for me right now is a part of my practice. Just breathing through it. I don't like it. Yeah, and so one thing I've been doing to help support myself during this time of no wine and I don't really have extra funds to even go do some of the self-care things that I do normally to take care of my body. And I've been just looking inside. Where are the answers? Kind of searching all through my tissues and fluids and tight spots, and they don't speak as clearly as I wish. I want to know more. I'm on the end of the first week of this self-hypnosis program. And I know hypnosis is kind of like a sensitive word growing up in church. To me, that was something you don't really fuck with. But the more I've been researching it, I understand that we are constantly being hypnotized by the things around us. I mean, think about your phone, the light, the swiping. Your brain's just kind of like, you go into autopilot, and we do that throughout the day with different things. We tell ourselves certain patterns and certain things that we think are true, and we believe them, and that also is a form of hypnosis. So I thought, fuck it. And it's been interesting. I hope to go more into it another time, but I definitely think it's helped me to choose myself when things have felt really hard. I think it's helped me to be a little more resourced and curious in a way that feels pleasurable. In a way that makes me question what my desires are. Not what I should do, not what I need to do, but what do I desire? And desire is, again, like down in my pelvic floor. It's just like tingly, and I'm like, that feels good. I'm down with exploring this journey for now. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say for today. Keeping it short. I hope that you are taking care of yourself. I hope that you are checking in, letting people know if you're not okay, even if it's just for today. If you need help. And just being okay with being kind of a hot mess as this year ends. I know some folks are just thriving and, crypto's up and maybe they're not a hot mess, but some of us, are, especially a lot of the feelers I know, feel everything really percolating. So I'm sending love from my heart to yours. Have a peaceful journey. Yeah, much love. And I'll see you on the other side. This is Our Bodies Will Be Turned.